button.
Click the button. Why would you click the button? You know I love clicking that button. Hey, we're live.
So, am I audible?
I think so.
I want the chat to weigh in. Because I can't hear myself. I don't know how audible I am.
Hello, chat. Are we live?
Dang, the lag
Okay, they said hello.
is severe. No, I don't think, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I hear
Okay. Yeah.
that I am audible.
Everyone's live.
Great. Hello.
Okay, I want to add the server just to say, hey, we're
Oh,
live.
yeah, good idea.
Shit, okay. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to curse.
We aren't?
Well, we could get demonetized easily.
Ah! Eek!
Now we have to worry about responsibility.
Okay. I don't know how to stop cussing. Okay. That's fine.
Let me just drop an at to everyone.
Announcements?
Yeah.
It's always so funny when it's like, you were about to at the population of India. You were about to at 3/4 of the human race.
You know, it yells at you.
It's a big server, yeah.
It's pretty big now. It's actually very surprising. Okay, just don't curse in the first minute.
Well,
failed at
yeah, I mean, mission failed.
Well, sure, you're gonna click the mic.
Okay. Well, I think I cussed in the first minute, but you know what? Maybe we should just cut the first minute off of the stream.
No, I cursed. I said the S word.
Oh, I think I also cursed.
All right, you want to wait a few minutes for everyone in chat to come in?
Yeah.
So as you know, today we are doing super chats. Also allow us to get questions and requests.
Right.
We have a
Are
lot
you going to be looking at the Discord on your phone? Or are you going to be looking at YouTube?
The pen isn't working.
Oh my gosh. We went to such incredible lengths to get the tablet connected and get this streaming, and now the fucking tablet pen is not responding. It's not the first minute anymore. It's fine.
Wait, is the pen really not working? No,
What do you mean? Yeah, clearly it's not working.
Oh my god, wait. It's not working.
Is it not charged?
I don't think you charge a Wacom pen.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. You don't. There's a button here.
That button does not do anything. That button is looking awfully like a hamster. Someone.
What if we hold it for long enough?
Hey crowd, you know how to fix a Wacom tablet.
So what do I do if the tablet pen's not working? That usually means the drivers are out of date, but our drivers...
We just installed a new driver. Give me tremors. Well, I don't know if I have another pen.
Damn.
Well, let's use Google. Hey guys, we're gonna troubleshoot on stream.
We thought we had everything under control. So sorry.
Close those windows so that the
Yeah.
I'm gonna close windows so the noise stops. Oh, okay. Go to the pen tab. Oh, so the driver doesn't have the... So I think part of the reason might be because the Beloved's back. I think part of the reason might be that the driver is not picking up the device.
The presence of our device.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the entire reason. Frick.
Well, I don't know what to do about this, actually.
We can draw with the mouse, and it'll probably be just as entertaining. You know, they know what our art looks like, generally.
Free shot on a pic of us going to great lengths to get their pen fixed. You might wonder how we got into this situation. Well, it's a crazy story.
Record scratch, sepia tone. That's me.
That's me.
Just an ordinary 20-year-old boy, fresh out of middle school.
Honestly, that's what having dyscalculia is like. I cannot do some past 8th grade algebra. I can barely do 8th grade.
Yeah, algebra. I was gonna say. I think you're really overselling yourself. This guy can't read clocks.
I can't read clocks. Don't bully me. Oh, wait, okay. It says to uninstall and reinstall driver to help, but
no,
that would restart the computer.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's actually gonna help. I think we just don't have like the right
restart Wacom services
chords. Oh my God, we have 62 people watching us.
It's like the most we've ever had.
The most we've ever had watching a stream, and it's the one that is sailing the most tumultuously.
The tablet driver is not responding. Try
Guys,
turning off your computer and turning it back again.
Thank you so much for showing up. It looks like we are going to have to leave for a minute to restart the computer, see if we can get the
No, if we leave, the stream link then dies, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah, because if we end the stream ends.
Science!
MMB troubleshooting ASMR. Yeah.
You want to just draw with the mouse?
Do you guys mind if it's shit? Like,
do you mind if the art sucks?
If the art is shit because we're drawing with a mouse? We promise next time we'll have this figured out.
Yeah.
It's just the driver. The driver isn't detecting the pen.
We could have prepped it better. December live stream's gonna be legendary. We're gonna render beautiful.
Do you guys mind?
Artworks.
You can start another stream. Yeah, we can, but the link is everywhere on this one.
Right, yeah, I mean, we just lose all the people, potentially.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but what would y'all rather us do? Like draw
we,
shitty or restart the stream?
Would you rather we restart the stream or draw super shitty? That someone said that honestly make it better and or funnier.
Yeah, I mean, tons of people watch, like, the super mega drunk drawing videos where they produce, like, illegible chicken scratch and, like, love it. As long as we're charming about it, I think we can draw as shittily as we like. I was not planning to draw well in the first place. I was planning to draw with all my faculties, but I wasn't gonna put my fucking back into it.
Okay, we got 1 vote for restart, but we got most votes for mouse is funnier.
I am so sorry for the one person who wanted to see us craft great works. Come back next month.
I'm so sorry, Ick Lemon. By the way, Capgrass Kid sent us a super chat and said, "How is our favorite Mayfield and or Beloved?"
Aww. I'm tired.
It's getting close to finals.
I'm full of adrenaline, but because I'm on stream. But yeah, I've had a very homeworky week.
All right, we got the tablet back up, and now we're gonna draw with a mouse.
God,
so, hey
okay.
Guys,
I haven't done this since I was 12.
Yeah, I saw. How do I center? Now I don't know how to center it with a mouse exactly.
Oh, I do. What? There we go.
So I'm gonna. Someone's like,
yeah, I'll look at the
in there. Draw little warrior cats here.
I'll look at the chat.
I have the questions here. But there's patrons and not patrons. But someone said draw warrior cats, so I'm gonna draw Firestar.
Ooh, okay, awesome. A question from Corbin. Is there any advice you'd give to someone who wanted to do what you guys are doing, like make a podcast of this genre? God, so much.
I have advice, but you can go first if you want.
No, you go first. I need to collect my thoughts.
Okay, my first advice is for podcasts. A lot of people really like. Okay, so a lot of people start off saying like, "Oh, I want something that's like slice of life," or "Oh, I want something that's like." You know,
this is shockingly good for something you're
Really?
drawing with your mouse.
Thank you.
I think you're too used to having to stabilize your hands.
I have very bad hand tremors. So my advice, don't breathe so hard in the mic. No. My advice, honestly, is that you want to create a story that has really, really interesting visual concepts so that people, and that helps coincide with the story so that people
Right.
have fun imagining your story. So
Yeah, can I piggyback on this?
yeah, go ahead.
Every type of media has its own unique strength. And the strength of a podcast is that it's kind of a collaborative work of fiction. You are asking your audience to do half of the storytelling, the visual half. And in order to make it easy for them to do that and enticing for them to do that, because sometimes that's effort they're not going to be willing to put in, is to be really good at giving descriptions that are in the perfect balance between intriguing and compelling and vivid, but also like not, just flatly describing everything to leave room for interpretation. You just have to keep in mind that it's sort of a dance that you're doing with the audience. You're encouraging them to imagine things. You're not trying to push ideas into their brain. And you're also not, failing to take into account that you're encouraging them to imagine things.
The thing that is so appealing about things like Night Vale is that it's really fun to think about the conceptual visuals. And that's also a big appeal to the Magnus Archives. When you think of like the characters juxtapositioned with how the visuals are set up, all the symbolic items and such. That is what makes the story interesting, because people have these items they can imagine. These symbolisms they can tie to the narrative that helps to make the narrative more visually interesting to just explore and understand. This is beloved drawing now.
Night Vale is really our model for that particular thing. They're really good at giving these funny little descriptions of things that leave just enough to the imagination to pique your interest, but like give just enough details that you have like structure to creatively build your thoughts off of. People think best with a little bit of structure or a little bit of prompt.
Okay, so we got our first drawing request for the day.
Okay.
Emerald.
How the fuck do I add a new layer on Clip Studio Paint?
You press the new layer button.
Which is?
Well, it's supposed to be here.
Is it hidden? Good God.
Here we go. New layer.
New layer. Okay.
We want to
raster. Yeah.
So Emerald asks, I'd like to send the first drawing request of the day. Can you draw a Jetty holding a shotgun saying you've yeed your last haw? So do you want to do it and I'll do it?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Drawing contest.
Yeah. Okay, the audience gets to vote on whose is better.
Well, mine's not going to be good, so jot that down. But through God, all things are possible. God, not sure I even know what a shotgun looks like.
So while we're doing this, Eileen asks, hi, I hope this isn't too forward. How does one audition for Camp Here and There, or for any other Mayfield and Beloved projects? Thank you for all that you guys do, and I can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you.
When we, in like March 2020, or maybe February 2020, we put up a tweet that was like, hey, we're making a podcast about a silly, spooky summer camp. It's sort of a character drama, so there's a lot of juice to these roles. Come sign up if you're interested. And then we got a crap ton of people from the booming Twitter acting industry audition, and that was how we got pretty much all of our actors besides the two of us. And so I guess what I'm saying is follow the Mayfield and Beloved Twitter, because when we cast characters in future seasons, we will probably make tweets about that too.
Yeah.
But have like a demo reel. If you're not like a professional actor, I'm sorry, we're not going to hire you. No, that's not true. You don't have to be a professional actor, but you have to be a good actor with a demo reel.
You have to have good audio. You have to display that you have good audio.
Yeah.
Good acting. Well, yeah, so I think we'll probably do something similar. put it on Twitter and we'll say, okay, we're doing a casting call now. And then people can add their demos, and we'll then do callbacks based on the...
Fuck. Control Z for me.
Just do this. If you press undo, it undoes it. I've noticed a theme here in the stream. What the hell are you drawing?
I'm trying to do a cowboy hat, but I forgot what those look like too. I'm a fake Texan.
While we're drawing this, Moth... Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. If you have your contact and you display with audio a competence at acting, we'll definitely reach out to you when we put out casting calls. Also, the amount of roles that are... This is actually coming together really well. The amount of roles that are available for season 2, I think we're adding 2 more.
Yeah, just Fennel and Adam.
Yeah. And, so we really want one type of actor, one actor for Adam, but he's too expensive.
Probably.
Probably. So if you feel like you could voice Fennel or Adam, I mean, get hyped.
Yeah, we have a very specific type of voice in mind for Adam. We need someone who has a great sense of showmanship.
Rhythm. We need really good rhythm.
And rhythm.
Yeah. We need to be able to talk really rhythmically.
A very sort of performer type voice. But for Fennel, I have no strong ideas personally, so just hit me with your best shot. We will, of course, write up little dialogue blurbs that you'll be able to read out for us and interpret however you like.
Mm-hmm. Also, Capgrass Kid Gifts gave us $5 and said, when you're able to, could you draw the creature mischievous beasts and or horrific monstrosities that will be your downfall and demises? So we'll put a pin in that and get to that after the Jetty gun contest. We need a theater kid, someone says, for Adam.
We need a theater man.
We need a theater man. Moth asks, I just want to hear about Sydney Warrior Cats and Animal Jam lore. That is all. And this got endorsed. Other people replied and said, I also want to hear this.
Oh my god. Okay. All I know about Animal Jam comes from the Izzy's video. So
I actually played Animal Jam as a kid.
Yeah, I bet you did. Fucking
I also
furry.
did scam people. Hello? Unprovoked?
Sorry. How did you scam people?
I did trust trading. Like, when she was like, oh, you do trust trading. I was like, oh, I did do that. It's like, hey, man, you remember that guy who stole your Pokemon cards?
Yes, I've already talked about this on a stream before, but fuck that story. God, my shotgun isn't believable, but
I think it looks nice. I'm proud of you. Okay, I need you to small-in this.
Wait, I'm not done. I have to write
done.
that you've yeed your last haw. Fuck, it's gonna look like shit.
Wait.
What?
I haven't been keeping up with chat very well. Crabgrass Kid says, and since people want it, I'll give the last of my money, the Elephant Man jar. I'm hoping that's not what I think it is.
The Elephant Man jar? Would that have anything to do with...
No, don't say it. Wait, we want chat to answer first. Is it just that they put him in a jar just to... Chat, can you tell us what the Elephant Man jar is? Okay, they don't mean it like that. What I'm hearing is that was not the intention.
Okay, I'm so sorry, chat. I should have thought better of you. I'm so sorry, my dear fans. I've let you down.
Is it just that the Elephant Man's in a jar? Okay, so...
Love that.
So
I love when he is in a jar.
Okay, it's gonna look like shit now.
Yeah, you're gonna small it. Hey, too much. A little bigger. You got room. If you put him up, if you just put him like upwards, yeah, you got room.
Okay, I'm about to fail this. You actually did really well, and I'm not that good at
When I was like 11, I used to draw with.
Hey guys, keep it clean in the chat, okay? Seriously, genuinely.
When I was 11, I used to draw with paint exclusively, or like mouse. Wait, shit. There's one change I want to make.
Okay.
Hey, what the hell were we in the middle of talking about earlier? I feel like we lost our train of thought on something.
Or Sydney Animal Jam.
Oh, right, Sydney Animal Jam. Right. So I think that Sydney has always been to me like an outdoorsy type. I don't think that he's the kind of kid who spent all his time like online. So I would say that Animal Jam was like his first kids MMO, whereas Jedediah was obviously all up in like Club Penguin and made tons of he got his parents to buy him like the highest level membership and had all the best, I don't know, penguin fashions. Sydney definitely didn't have an Animal Jam membership. Sydney definitely could not have the money for that.
Everyone.
Right, exactly. That's why he scammed people, because he didn't have a membership.
Didn't have an Animal Jam membership.
Yeah, so Sydney could not scrape together the funds in real world, but he could scrape together incredible fuchsia exclusive items in Animal Jam by tricking people.
Swine.
Whatever the fuck.
I'm not good at this.
Are those his eyelashes?
Yeah.
No, those are just his. Okay, those are his
eyelashes.
eyelashes.
Yeah. There was something. We're using a mouse to draw. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so the jar thing is just they want to put him in a terrarium to study.
That's fun. Yeah, okay. So I'll keep a list.
So we have to draw the monstrosities that will be our downfall. I will be drawing joints.
Downfall monstrosities.
Joint monster. Bone monster.
And Elijah terrarium. What's the questions?
Yeah, go back to the questions.
We can keep up with. One sec.
Ace asks, you know, for someone who, quote, enjoys candlelit dinners and who was born into a wealthy family, Elijah is really gross. Bloodstained scrubs, living in the woods like an animal, and stalking people. What is with this guy? How did you go about creating a character that's so creepy and so charming at the same time?
That is
Elijah is mainly.
That is a very That's a very well phrased question. Your phrasing is cute and funny. Thank you. So, Elijah was 100% Mayfield's idea. If I could,
and Adam both.
Right, because originally Elijah and Adam were the same character, but we couldn't like. We felt like we had so many different like good ideas that we decided to split them apart into two characters who both harass Sydney in their own special ways.
I found the text actually. It was that we had the man in the elephant mask. I wanted that because I was listening to Pink Elephants on Parade a lot.
Yeah,
that really is why.
And he felt like it was really great symbolism, which I agree. And I think that the verdict has shown that to be true because people really like his character design.
This sucks. Yours is better.
I think yours is cute.
And so I texted him and I was like, okay, we have two options here for this elephant guy. Here are the two options. And he replied, you know, fuck, I really want to do them both. So the second option became Adam.
Yeah.
And for Elijah, I know I really wanted to do something to do with religion.
Can I say
what?
Can I say that at the end of last year, Mayfield had me read this book series that was very influential to him as a kid.
Okay,
called
fine.
Wolves of the Beyond.
Uh-huh.
It's a kids book series, but I thought it was real good. And there's this one character who is a wolf who like starts this like apocalypse cult where he makes people dance until they starve to death and collapse, like everyone did in France and Germany in the 1500s.
Oh wait, I was gonna say his name, but it's a spoiler actually.
Yeah, it's a spoiler because he goes around disguised, and so that was the genesis, so I've heard, for Mayfield's interest in like religious leaders who are manipulative and dangerous, not necessarily intentionally, and that character concept has always been appealing to Mayfield, who in general really likes exploring religious ideas, man versus God ideas.
I really like man versus God, and that's the thing.
You're gonna get a little bit of my shotgun.
Oh, sorry. So sorry. Oh, His Majesty.
Master artist. So sorry, fucking Pygmalion.
But
Elijah's powers were my idea, though.
The adrenaline was mine. Him being sleepy was
yeah.
of genius.
Elijah inspiring adrenaline in people was Mayfield's idea, but him specifically making Sydney sleepy was my idea.
That was your stroke of genius.
Yes, you're welcome, all of you.
Derived from what his background is with Sydney, which we will learn later.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Episode 33, I think. Y'all will figure out.
No, 35. Or 34, because we cut it down one.
34. No, what? No, 34. Well, we don't need to tell this.
It's a joint episode.
Yeah. We're doing a double feature finale like old serial TV shows.
What's the So yeah, and then Elijah's whole thing about abuse and manipulation is a more of a personal pull, and it's that's what makes him super creepy. Is he's supposed to represent parasocial ideas of putting people in pedestals and sort of abusing them out of love and not really knowing who they actually are, but having this idea of them.
Camp Here and There is really all about loving relationships that go horribly wrong because the people in them don't understand how to love.
Yeah. So this is my jetty.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us, but my thigh gap is.
You see how much bigger and more powerful he is than your jetty?
Yeah, he's going to kill the fuck out of my jetty. He's going to destroy my jetty. My jetty will be dust and ashes.
Okay, now we need everyone to vote for whose jetty.
Dust and ashes.
Vote in the chat, everyone.
We wake up. And I will see God and angels weep. Okay, Amma Reverie wants us to draw Sydney receiving hugs from the men in his life. So we'll put that on our list.
Not Adam.
Well,
I think they mean like Rowan and Jedediah.
Okay. Well, do you mean all the men in his life? Because some of them
the men in his life are terrible.
Well,
hey, they recognized your singing great comment.
Awesome! Yeah, I'm a big fan of War and Peace in general.
Is there a poll option? Wait, is there really a poll option on YouTube? I don't actually know how to do that.
I think it's a recent addition, yeah.
Yeah, chat, I love you. I would love for there to be a poll option, but Mr. Mayfield is 90 years old, and as you can see, we have a lot of technical difficulties already, so just put in whoever you would like. They think you win.
Yes! I know I win. Ha 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 ha. My power.
Someone said both love wins.
These jetties? Why make them fight? They're in love.
Love wins. Okay.
Now we need to show Jetty making out with Jetty. It's a fucking joke. None of y'all have paid for that.
None of y'all have paid for that.
But if you pay for Jetty kissing Jetty, then I will draw it.
Okay, the next one was our greatest monstrous fears.
Downfall, right? The monstrosities that would be our downfall, yes.
Okay, mine is my... Oh shit, I accidentally minimized. Okay, mine is my bones.
Is there one last thing I want to say about Elijah for Ace? I was the one who made him Russian. I just said I love War and Peace. I am a really big fan of Russian.
I made him Russian.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you 100% sure? Because that just seems like such a me move.
I know. I made it because you were all obsessed with Russia and I was exploring it.
Yeah, I'm a big Russia fan.
Of making him Russian, but I was making him Russian. I remember you had this conversation where you questioned why he was to me.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, wow. How far the mighty fall. This looks like a Binding of Isaac enemy. Why not? What the fuck did I come up with for Elijah? Well, I wrote his sermons.
You did write his sermons. You did write a lot of the poetry that he does.
Yes, I
on.
wrote his poetry. I don't know.
You're
Mayfield's
not really the character guy.
Mayfield's responsible for like all the concepts and ideas, and then I'm the one who puts them into pretty words.
Yeah, I name them and like come up with how they are supposed to function in the story, and then Beloved takes them and makes that into the actual story.
Fun fact about Elijah that no one asked for, but his patronym is Vasilievich. So his name is Elijah Vasilievich Volkov.
Vyeshvolov, isn't that?
Visivolod? That's not his patronym. That's his birth name, which I guess is spoilers, but Visivolod is his birth name.
It's not spoilers. We never really say it. It's just like a little. It's like in how in Death Note, L's real name is only in the fucking
the character companion
guide.
book. Yeah, that's what this is. His real name is Visivolod.
Forks for
spelled
hands.
Vesevolod.
What he does with these forks is he scrapes plates.
And
no, that's the sound of my nightmares.
Oh, you're so good at horror. Hallie says Joshua drinks Monster religiously, doesn't he? Like, that's not even a question. You already clearly know. You clearly know. Just dive deep into your.
And his tail drips sticky substances that I have to touch.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Just the worst ever sensation-wise.
I think that Joshua in general is a huge soda guy. I think that energy drinks and soda.
It's disgusting.
He's definitely big victim to them. He will start having kidney stones in roughly 3 years.
He'd be terrible to kiss.
Yeah, his teeth are all soda-y.
Here, your turn.
They got holes in them like Swiss cheese from the soda. Fuck!
Someone paid us $5 to Jetty next Jetty.
Hot Jetty on Jetty action.
Thanks, Anthony.
All right, thank you. It will happen. Your time will come.
We'll put down Jetty X Jetty.
Can you guess what I'm drawing, my friend?
We didn't get a ton of drawing requests from patrons, so there's not a lot to do. Anyways, what are you drawing?
Oh, you shall see.
Little white cuckball.
Little white cuckball. Little white cuckball.
Little white cuckball.
That was my best GLaDOS impression, but it's not good.
Oh, it's GLaDOS? Wait, okay, hold on.
She doesn't actually say that, but it's like a meme that
I know.
someone did it in her dialogue with the fucking.
Hold on, I'm gonna try.
Mayfield's GLaDOS impression. Get ready.
Little white cuckball.
You sound way creepier than GLaDOS normally does.
So creepy.
Sometimes she does, especially in the first game.
Welcome. Take a seat.
All right, done.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's time.
Yes.
Okay, everyone, vote.
Vote on the best. Oh, you're gonna win this time
No,
for
I'm
sure.
not. I think you're probably gonna win. Everyone loves you more.
What the fuck? But you designed such an awesome monster.
Yeah, but yours is more clever.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, everyone, time to
I
vote.
feel like yours is kind of ingenious.
Is it really? It's a goo monster who scrapes plates.
It looks baller.
Well, while we're waiting, we'll get another question.
Okay, so I know this is a very open-ended question, but if there are interesting stories, I'd like to hear how you came up with all the weird and wacky things in the world of Camp Here and There. Like the penguins, opposite day being mandated, all the funky stuff. Are there fun stories behind their conceptions? Are there?
Honestly, all the weird things come from my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, they said Mayfield deserves this one.
I thought so.
Thank
you, chat. You know what? There's something kind of gender about this beast.
Okay, do we want to do... What was the next one?
Elijah Terrarium.
Oh, Elijah Terrarium. Okay, while we're doing Elijah Terrarium, we'll answer the next question. So, what was it? It was, all the weird shit also just comes from my head. Because I grew up watching, like, Adventure Time and stuff. And, a lot of surrealist art pieces were very influential.
The thing about me is that I'm great with words, but I'm not actually that creative. So, like, when I'm like,
me is I'm very, very good at concepts and creativity, but I'm not that great at words.
So when I'm like writing like the, when I'm writing the like, second draft of an episode, oftentimes I will like leave little blank spaces in brackets that are like, put something weird in here.
And I'll make it up. All the dinners are me. Every dinner is me.
All the foods, yeah, pretty much that's Mayfield's job, is the food, and also the activities. Except I came up with the activities that Jetty read out in episode 21.
We were laying in bed when you did that,
and I was like, I literally, all of Jetty's dialogue is dialogue that I came up with completely off the top of my head.
You were typing while we were laying together, and you were like, today's activity is
meat.
Jumping, and we both like started giggling really hard.
Yeah, God.
Usually the jokes, we have to have them make ourselves laugh.
We put in a lot of jokes that we don't find all that funny, but
I try not to.
Aw. I don't know, I just try and cram as many jokes as possible. Like, if you're constantly firing them off, some of them are gonna hit.
Here he's hanging from like the Christmas tree.
He's an ornament.
Yeah.
Kind of reinterpreting the assignment there. Okay. Gonna move you the fuck out of the way. Get out the way, get out. Get out the way, get out. Fuck.
Someone says make Mayfield's a one-off character, the Goog skeleton. Sure, why not? I'll put one in one episode.
Yeah, sure. We can start putting clocks in the show
we
too.
can start putting clocks in Camp Here and there. That's
that. I don't know. Actually, that would be such a wild divergence from form. The people might revolt.
Oh yeah, the most mundane things are actually what is taken from real life. Like that one lunch where Sydney's like, "Oh, I can eat crackers and cheese from the dollar store." That it was him being mean.
Has that episode even aired yet?
Yeah, that was 23.
That was 23. Yeah, when Sydney's like, yeah, one of the only foods I can eat is cheese and crackers from the dollar store. That's like an old family tradition of Mayfield's. His family calls it cheesy crack.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I wouldn't have a lot. That's not what we call it even.
It's not what you call it?
No, it's smoking crack.
It's smoking crack. God.
Yeah. It's because when I wouldn't have a lot of food at the dorms and we would go out every week just to like hang out, and you would take me to, what was it, Safeway? Yeah, Safeway. And get me a big old thing of cheese, cracker, and meat. I was like, that's mean. Because that's what I would eat every fucking week.
All the stuff about war... So in episode 10,
that's all you actually.
In episode 10 and episode 17, I go into like great detail about like warfare and like the rise of factions and nation states that engage in political combat between the kids. Yeah, that's just me because I don't know. I'm a fucking I'm just that kind of asshole. And I love
that's what working with a cis guy is like.
Yeah, I just love history, and some days I'll be like a little strapped for like ideas of meat to fill out the plot, and I'll just be like, well, what stuff I find interesting, and the answer is ancient civilizations and political conflict.
I actually have asked him at a few points where it's been like, why do you always write so much war into this story? And he's like, I don't know. It's
just what I'm thinking about. I need to be clear. I don't like war. War is bad.
Someone called you a nerd. History nerd reveal.
Yeah. War is bad. I think that we should stop doing that as in America. But in a historical context, it's interesting.
I think we should stop doing it as in everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Why hasn't anyone ever thought of think of that before?
Stopping war? I don't know. Fuck, you're a genius.
Yeah, Beloved is a history nerd. Everyone who's saying he's a history nerd. It's cute because he's a big anthropology nerd, and I'm a big ecology nerd.
Yeah.
So we combine our forces, and we know the whole world ever. Okay, next question. Pinesicle asks, do the phrases at the end of the episode mean anything, and are the recurring ones, i.e. the tree we don't want... Wait, I forgot. I was saying that the other things that are more mundane are references. Like, there's a few Atla references in the episode 25 that's coming up. And sometimes I give, like World of Goo in an episode... what is it, 7?
Yeah, 7 was the World of Goo.
That one also does make nods to actually the game World of Goo.
Which we both played when we were like 10.
Which is honestly the spiritual predecessor to Camp Here and There. In general.
Its atmosphere really influenced how both of us like to cultivate atmospheres.
It's also very anti-capitalist and like really clever about its symbolism. Yours is evil, mine is praying to the Lord.
Okay, well, he can do both. I'll give him a little. Well, I was gonna give him a cross, but he's not Christian. He's Sydneyan.
He's Sydneyan.
Sydney on the cross, a crucifix of Sydney.
DJ Silly says, if Joshua is addicted to soda, Yvonne lives off G Fuel. Absolutely no doubt.
Oh.
That's true, though.
I hate to admit this.
No, it's true.
I hate to say this about my girl.
It's so true, though. They do. Pinesicle asks, do the phrases at the end of the episode mean anything, and are the recurring ones, i.e. the tree we don't want to anger, significant at all? I hate to say this. Well, okay. My question to this and my question to this question is, what do they mean to you?
So true. Yeah, it's bullshit that we just came up with on the fly. The secret about...
Not all of it.
Okay, well, all of the ones that I came up with. The secret to 99% of professionals is that they have no idea what they're doing. And the magic of fiction is that audience engagement makes it so much deeper and more interesting than it was in a vacuum.
I've actually thought about this a lot, and I'm starting to get my hypothesis proved. When I was little and I was looking at stories like Hunter x Hunter or Death Note, or ones that I really liked a lot. Well, when I was little, I was always really insecure because I was like, I'll never be Hunter x Hunter.
I'll never be Togashi and go on hiatus for 2 years.
Oh, it's okay. He's just sick. But I'll never be World of Goo. but part of that is actually because
people read into shit.
Well, okay. A lot of stories depend on audience engagement and development. And I have a very firm belief that once you put art out into the world, it's no longer yours because everyone will take it. Don't breathe so deep into the microphone.
Oh, shit, right. Sorry for my lungs. Just gonna keep adding shit until you finish with this question.
Once
This is a cow.
Okay, it's a cow. Once you put your art into the world, it's not your art anymore. It's now art of the collective people. And
comrade.
Yeah. And when that happens, it means that the art now is subject to being developed by millions and millions of people who engage with it, who love it, who take what they feel is positive about it and redevelop that into their own minds and their own arts and their own inspirations and hearts and such in general. And when I would look at things like Hunter x Hunter or other pieces of media I thought were very great and that I could never match up to, I had to remember that actively engaging with that media and seeing the engagement from other people is what made that media better, and that I could not compete with the efforts of millions of people working on one piece of media. And so now I'm seeing that with Camp Here and There, where it's being made actively better by people engaging with it and exploring the concepts and understanding the subtext and interpreting the subtext into new and exciting ways.
Y'all are so awesome. You engage with our writing so enthusiastically. It's really delightful for me. And I do think that you you see things that I never saw, and it makes the fiction richer. Okay, let's have a vote.
Okay, chat, time to vote.
I feel like you deserve the win just for the fact that you gave him that fucking pompadour.
Oh, it's actually a leaf.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
And I wanted to make it so that there's like a branch.
Elijah Animal Crossing.
Elijah Animal Crossing.
Oh my god, he's hanging from a branch.
It looks like a dragon tail, but that's okay.
On the crib tree. I need a cushion for my butt. This chair is hard.
Here. There's one right behind you. I can't decide whether you should live or die.
Oh, you'll probably go to heaven. Please don't hang your head and cry. No wonder why my heart feels dead inside, cold and hard and petrified. Lock the doors and close the blinds. We're going for a ride. Oh, I could throw you in a lake or bake you poison birthday cake. I won't deny I'm gonna miss you. And dun 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 dun
I
dun.
could bury you alive,
But you might crawl out with a knife and kill me when I'm sleeping. That's why I can't decide.
Someone said I can't decide.
I see. I was listening to that song around the same time that I was playing World of Goo. Was when I first heard that song on like a Gamzee 8 tracks playlist.
Please.
Sorry.
We embarrass ourselves enough on this streams. Okay.
I was like 11.
It seems like you win because of the cow in the tree.
This I just also want to point out that this is a sheep.
This is a Romanov loves sheep. Romanov sheep.
That's the type of sheep that Mayfield likes.
Well, it's like the type of sheep that people generally draw with like the black face and the white wool.
Yeah.
My favorite sheep. Okay, wait.
How many viewers we got on this stream now?
We have like over almost 100.
Jesus, you guys, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, another drawing request that we have is
cool. I'll put that on the list.
Well, no, this is one from non-patrons. So we're going down. We're doing the list of ones that were already requested.
Oh, okay.
Or no, sorry, it's from patrons. My bad.
Okay.
Can you draw the Tonys and or Sydney? So I'm gonna draw the Tonys.
Oh God, I also want to draw the Tonys. I feel like we've both drawn Sydney a fair bit. I don't know, like I've always imagined the Tonys as looking precisely the same.
Oh, see, me too, but I also like the idea since the voices were brought to life.
Of making them look more like their actors?
Yeah. Well, not look more like the actors, but look more like their voices.
What are y'all's favorite podcasts to listen to? I've recently
say who asked it.
Oh, Duck.
Patron
you, Duck. I have recently caught up on all my favorite podcasts and I need something to listen to while at work. Okay. Do you want to go first, Mayfield?
I used to love the Magnus Archives a lot.
I listen to podcasts a lot. It takes up a lot of my time. My favorite fiction podcasts are Wolf 359, which starts out the first 12 episodes, doesn't really know what it wants to be. It thinks that it wants to be a sitcom, and it's not a good sitcom. But then
just don't really work in podcasts. That's the thing we were talking about earlier. Like, you need really good visuals. You need really, really engaging narrative concepts with really nice visuals to be able to engage with audio-only format.
But then after the first 12 episodes, Wolf 359 becomes a really, really compelling character drama with, fun sci-fi elements, and it's really good. So Wolf 359 is my favorite fiction podcast. Obviously, Night Vale is very significant to my life, although I have...
Me too.
I have some issues with it, but overall, I would definitely recommend it to anyone to try out. It's really fun. Thank you, person in the chat who also likes Wolf 359.
The Adventure Zone?
Yeah, we like the Adventure Zone. Okay, Adventure Zone opinions time. We both think that balance is the best.
I think that's a pretty popular opinion.
Everyone thinks that everyone knows that balance is the best.
I forgot what Italians look like.
You forgot what Italians looked like? Well, just look in the mirror, dude.
I'm part Italian. But like, where's what are like the outfits, like the hats they usually wear or something?
Fuck. Italian clothes?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, think about Mario.
Here's a chef hat.
Yeah.
Tony won.
Okay, anyway, the thing that makes Balance so good that the other seasons, with the possible exception of Ethersea, which I'm really liking lately.
Yeah, me too.
But the thing that Balance kind of lacks, that it kind of has that the subsequent arcs lack, is it's reels you in with a sense of humor. The thing that the McElroys are really good at, and God, I mean, their narrative.
Advertising loan sharks.
Their narrative is really good. I really like it. But and the thing that they're really good at is making jokes. And the Adventure Zone doesn't pull you in with its narrative. It pulls you in with its humor. And then in the last arc or two, it's lacking that humor in favor of rich, heavy narrative drama.
Which is only good in small doses.
I think that it works in Balance because you spent so much time getting attached to the characters via the humor that the last arc you're already really invested. It really works. But Amnesty came in swinging with heavy, rich character drama and much less humor. And it made it harder to get through. Mm-hmm. And Graduation is kind of the same way. Graduation also, I didn't listen to all of it, but I also felt like Travis was too self-indulgent as a DM. He put too much of a spotlight on his NPCs and didn't design enough interesting gameplay situations for the characters.
Yeah, so they didn't get to shine.
But maybe that improves after the first 5 or 6 episodes.
Well, so what I'm trying to say is that in most media where people think that it's all about the angst and it's all about the darkness and it's all about the dark parts.
The character drama.
There's
the
generally
message.
A fair bit of fluff in between. Because the reason why those character dramas and those dark parts hit so hard is because you have all that fluff, and that very rare instance of character drama is just, it's impactful enough to incredibly overwhelm you and to stick in your mind. And the problem is that if that's every episode, if you try and do that every episode, you're going to run into a problem with people just not sticking in people's mind because it's not contrasted by all that fluff.
Gets exhausting.
It gets exhausting, and it's not different enough for it to stand out to people. And that's why you are so sparring with things that are really, really important. Now, with Camp Here and There, there's a little bit more drama than I think we wanted.
Yeah, in retrospect, I would have toned down on the angst.
It's just we had a really
I think we're doing better. Starting from about episode 16, the angst that is in there is meaningful enough to justify itself.
We had to get to certain plot beats and let those plot beats sink, and we were still sort of getting the ropes. So we didn't write as well as probably we could have.
Anyway, so Balance is the best. The best part of Balance is the fucking, what's it called?
Someone said he's like a rugby wall. What were you saying?
The best part of Balance is the fucking cowboy art, the 11th hour. The best part of Balance is the 11th hour because it's the part that really strikes the perfect balance between humor.
I think it's Crystal Kingdom.
Crystal Kingdom is also really good. But maybe I just like
back.
time travel so much that the 11th hour really
maybe I just like
does
necromancy
me right.
so much that Crystal Kingdom really does me right.
You're starting to see why Camp Here and There is what it is. And then Amnesty, I listened through it and I don't regret that I did. I think it would make a much better TV show than it did podcast. Graduation I couldn't get through. Ethersea I really like, and I'm starting to feel really hopeful about it.
I'm less fond of the McElroys nowadays, honestly, than I used to be.
I have I don't know. I've listened to every single episode of My Brother and Me, and at this point it's so ingrained in my psyche that they're so easy to listen to.
I know. Sometimes I haven't, but sometimes I hear Griffin's cadence or something, and I hear it in your voice, and I'm like, oh, that's where he got that.
Anyway, on the topic of podcasts that I like, those are really the fiction podcasts that I really like. Wolf 359, The Adventure Zone, and fucking fucking what else did I mention? Night Vale.
How could you forget Night Vale?
I listened to the Magnus Archives up to a few episodes into season 5. You know.
I loved it. It was the most fun I'd ever had in fiction in years, and so it really disappointed me when it went downhill. Like seasons 1 and 2, I had so much fun, and I was like genuinely enjoying consuming something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's made me so angry and why I'm so emotional about like how bad it is. That's being facetious, but there's quite a lot of writing flaws in the direction that TMA took that really destroyed what it could have been and what it was in the beginning. Anyways, Ryan asks, "Hi Ryan."
Oh shit, Ryan!
Yeah. Hi,
Legend. Wait, I'm not done about podcasts though.
Oh,
Sorry, Ryan, but I'm not done about podcasts. I have nonfiction podcasts that I listen to.
Someone says Beloved's Tonys scare me.
Good. They are scary men. You haven't had to deal with them like I have. So I obviously, like I said, I've listened to every episode of My Brother and Me. The golden age of My Brother and Me is episode 250 up until episode 410. If you only listen to episodes between those two numbers, you can't go wrong. The quality is pretty dodgy outside of that. Also, there is a history podcast that I really love listening to called Fall of Civilizations by Paul Cooper. If you like history, it's really, really good stuff. He's a brilliant storyteller, and he's also very fair and empathetic to the cultures that he covers. And he talks about, you know, what life was like in ancient times in a way that a lot of people gloss over. And it's brilliant stuff. Particularly his episode on the Rapa Nui made me fucking cry.
Yeah, I remember learning about that in school, and it was very emotional at the time too. Except they taught me propaganda.
Yeah, they taught you Jared Diamond's.
They did teach me Diamond's.
They taught you Jared Diamond's theory, which is wrong.
Yeah.
So listen.
Racist.
So if you believe what Jared Diamond had to say, that the Rapa Nui fucking destroyed themselves by overforestation, I'm so sorry that you've been led astray. Please listen to Paul Cooper's Fall of Civilizations episode 6 about the Rapa Nui. Because what really caused their civilization to collapse was actually the Dutch.
Yeah. It's a giant like revisionist propaganda fueled by racism.
Anyway, I'm done talking about podcasts now.
You're talking about history.
Yeah.
It's always history.
Those are the podcasts I really like.
Yeah. And I honestly, like, you know, the McElroys are okay, but, you know, I'm less fond of how they carry themselves these days. Kind of the magic died. Also, advertising like predatory facilities is kind of not great, but
these are my Tonys.
Okay, guys, vote on the Tonys. While people are voting, we'll answer the next question. Ryan asks, was the setting of Ohio based on any personal experiences or preferences, or is it played up for humor? I have a couple of friends from Ohio, and it sounds like the state is crazy enough in real life, let alone in a supernatural summer camp. Yeah, so I'm from Ohio, and it's a pretty crazy place, and there's a lot happening there. Amory asks, oh yeah, well, like, a lot of the supernatural stuff is also... Also, it looks like it's half again, but I think it's more Beloved.
Oh, okay. I don't know about these character designs 100%.
The Tonys don't really have designs in their heads.
Yeah.
I do think they're in overalls, but I didn't draw overalls.
That's fair. I don't know. I imagine them in, like, dirty vests.
Juno
and
says,
shirts.
"Hear me out. What if Camp Here and There musical?" I did see that you were writing one, Juno, and that's very flattering.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they
Okay.
tweeted about it.
I love that concept. I'm completely down for a project like that.
Beloved hasn't been able to listen to those songs yet because he's overwhelmed.
I am so sorry. I think if I listened to those, I would cry. I am trying to work up the courage. I love stage musicals. It's one of my favorite art forms, and I think that Camp Here and There has a very campy, heightened sort of atmosphere that does reflect that. And I think it would be pretty well suited to the stage if you could trim its narrative down to its core components.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to do 4 seasons of Antagonists in one play.
Well, no, I don't think that would be a good idea. I think you should just do like one season as a musical.
Yeah.
Because if you try to do 4 seasons in one play, then every arc would lose all of its weight. But one season, really good.
Okay, the next drawing request is we'll go back to Amory's question, but the next drawing request is Sydney with a Warrior Cats or Worms Con t-shirt.
Worms Con? Okay. I'll put that on the list.
No, this is the next one we have to do.
So patrons take precedence over super?
We don't have any super chats right now. Wait,
yeah, we
what's
do.
the next one?
We had 2. We had Sydney receiving hugs and Jetty x Jetty.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll do that one next.
Damn, you just deleted them?
I deleted them.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, do you want to do Jetty x Jetty? I think that was in the...
Fuck.
I think that was in the chronological order.
The next one that we're supposed to draw in chronological order from Super Chats is Sydney receiving hugs.
Okay, Sydney receiving hugs. And while you draw that, Amory asks a few things. We're going to go through rapid fire Amory's 5 or so questions.
Okay.
Thank you, Amory. We all know Adam bites, but how would he react to someone biting him first?
Adam would love it.
Yeah, I think so.
He'd be overjoyed. He'd be like, yes, finally someone wants to play with me.
That's really funny. Who would win in a fight? Lucille, the Elephant Man. Well, this is actually spoilers.
You know, I don't have to go into details, but
it depends on the season.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Elijah. I kind of feel like Elijah could win, no matter what.
Lucille has a flamethrower.
Yeah, but Elijah's smart enough to go at her when she doesn't have it.
It's literally plot relevant that Elijah could win, but that Lucille could theoretically win in other cases.
I mean, that's how every matchup between 2 people is, unless it's like a gross.
I guess if it's physical strength, it's only Elijah.
Elijah is
like
stronger than a 54-year-old woman.
Yeah. With all the protein he consumes, is Joshua shredded? Does he have an 8-pack? Does he work out?
Yes.
No. He's a little scrawny.
He is canonically scrawny. I just wanted to gas him up a bit.
You could just like me, you could wrap your hand around his wrists.
Oh my god. Joshua's tiny feminine wrists.
actually, genuinely, canonically, I imagine him quite tall and a little bit kind of like basketball player-esque, but he's not very buff.
Sure. Lean muscle.
Yeah. Will you please give your cats a little kiss for me and tell them they are loved? Yes, I will do that later. They're not around right now. What would the characters be like as parents?
Well, it depends on how much time you want to give them to grow up.
Yeah, under the assumption that Sydney can is mature enough for a child. I think he'd be a really nice parent.
Sydney obviously cares about kids so much and would... What? Holy shit. Thank you, Sarah, for the cash.
That's going straight into the Adam voice actor budget. Could you draw a gamer hour if you have time? Yes, we absolutely will.
Yes, I will put gamer hour on the list.
What were we talking about?
How they'd be as parents.
Oh, right.
Jedediah doesn't think he deserves kids, but he does want them. Mm-hmm. But he does not feel like he could take good care of them. And at this point, he's so correct.
Sydney also, if Sydney were in a position where he had the resources and autonomy necessary to take care of kids, would want them and would be really nice, I think, actually, with it. Sydney's like, okay, guys, move so mama can clean.
We can't let people know we sick.
Yeah. I love that video. It's so relatable. We can't let people know we sick. Okay. Emil asks, I don't know if this has already been done, but Matthew aside, who can and cannot cook? Who's the best at it, and who would poison you if they tried?
Sydney is a magnificent cook.
Yeah, that's a...
Don't need to say it, I think.
It's just going to be a plot thing.
Okay.
Is Sydney... Why is his hair so long?
Sydney's?
Oh, no, I thought it was... Oh, this is Sydney getting a hug. I was thinking it was Jetty x Jetty.
No, it's Sydney receiving a hug.
You give Sydney suspenders?
He's got overalls in some art that you've drawn.
No.
Okay, well, maybe I was imagining that in my head.
No, he has like a dress that has like...
Yeah, like an overall dress.
It's not jean, though.
Well, no, I didn't mean to draw jeans. I don't know.
Overalls are jeans, aren't they?
Okay, I don't know anything.
Aw, that's really cute, actually. I love his little cat face. Yeah, who's really bad at cooking? Probably Jetty.
Jetty is not the worst. Elijah is great at barbecue and grilling. Mm-hmm. Joshua's probably the worst cook.
It lives in my head forever. The way you said that sometimes Jetty has a little toast and a little cream cheese on there, but it becomes watery. Like, it echoes in my head whenever I open my fridge.
Jedediah just doesn't have it in him to like cook good meals, but if he tried, he'd be okay at it. I mean, he's a scientist and it's chemistry, you know.
But he can't measure the right spices.
Yeah. I think Joshua is the worst cook of all time. I think that Yvonne is also a bad cook.
The thing is, Yvonne and Joshua, I was thinking about this. They have so much in common, but
they really do.
Actually fuels their rivalry.
Yeah, exactly. They're that kind of relationship. Okay, I drew Sydney and Jetty hugging. Now you draw Sydney hugging someone else.
I'm not gonna be able to draw this very well.
Well, I don't think I did it very well either.
This is adorable. So this person was named Gravedigger.
Oh my God, you're editing me?
I'm adding
mine
more hair.
Bro, this should be illegal.
You want a hashtag collab?
Fine, okay. Yeah, do whatever you want.
Sorry, I saw hair and I wanted to draw it because I love drawing hair.
Okay.
The Gravedigger simp, who I think based on the icon was Ace. Ace asks, did other characters have warriors cats phases too, or was it... Oh, wait, sorry. Emil also asks, I know they all work with kids, but what are the kids' opinions on the characters, especially the counselors in Sydney and Jenny?
Oh, I should say regarding cooking, obviously, Matthew is the best cook in the fucking world.
Yeah.
And everything that he makes sounds horrific, but it's actually delicious because he's just got that magic touch.
The eggs are purple.
What are the kids' opinions of the characters, especially the counselors and Sydney and Jetty?
It's canon that all the kids love Sydney.
The kids love Sydney. Sydney is always on... It's his butt.
Why?
Because he's got one.
Yeah, it's true.
The Sydney is always like on the side of the kids, and for better or worse, and so they adore him. Jedediah, the kids, rumors swirl about Jedediah, because he keeps to himself. The kids don't see him all that much. If Sydney doesn't see him all that much, the kids don't see him all that much. But whenever he shows up, he always does something freakish, like, gaze wistfully at the lake, or kill something,
or collapse on a bed of wood,
or collapse to the ground and sob. All people know about Jedediah is that he's a weirdo who doesn't really do his job and who does do all kinds of really weird things. I'm not sure if it's common knowledge that he is Lucille's son, but if it is, then that is definitely a prime topic of gossip, because, oh my god, the fucking woman who runs the camp so horribly brought her son in to just be here and be weird.
I don't know how to draw hugging, actually.
Yeah, hugging is tough.
I've drawn it before, but I've been able to stare at references.
Right, yeah, no references here. That's illegal.
Yeah. There's Rowan.
Awesome. The kids love Joshua, but in a mean way. The kids are always bullying Joshua, but like it's in a way where they do it because they want to engage with him. And he's funny when they engage with him that way. And so they really they love him. They think Yvonne is the coolest.
Yeah, I think the kids all really love Yvonne, even though Yvonne probably is not actually the best role model.
No, she's terrible, but that's not what kids like about people.
Yeah, kids like that she's like cool. She's got a tail.
Giving Sydney a tail.
Giving
all right.
Sydney a tail.
I gave Sydney a different kind of tail. So as for Salem and Marisol, I think people think that Marisol is a little much and like a little nerdy. I think especially the older kids like roll their eyes fondly about Marisol. I think that Salem seems really intimidating, but the kids in her cabin.
I think Marisol is also a fan favorite because she's so sweet. Like you can get her if you need like a shoulder or something. Like, but Marisol is very open to helping.
I definitely think everyone likes her, but I think some of the older kids.
She genuinely is based off an actual counselor I had.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And who I loved dearly.
I think kids, especially the kids in Salem's cabin, are probably like fiercely loyal to her, like soldiers to their general.
Who?
Salem and the kids in her cabin.
I feel like Salem also reminds me of a different counselor I had who it was basically that where everyone who wasn't their kid in their cabin didn't really notice or care, but everyone who was like yes. Breathe into the mic too hard.
Fuck.
Hey, chat, remember the vote on the hugs? Let's see whose hug is better. It's probably gonna be you again.
So Juniper
everyone loves to
everyone adores Juniper, but the cabin dung beetle kids resent his yoke and they torment him.
Juniper in the way where it's really fun to pick on him.
Yeah, just like Joshua. Except Juniper is like a better sport about it.
Yeah, no, Joshua fights back, which does not always vibe with kids, but Juniper takes it like a champ, and that's what makes it funnier to kids.
Okay. People are saying Mayfield.
Oh, thank you.
Although, I think my crying Jedediah.
Beloved's hug for the eyes. Yes, Beloved now. I think more Beloved.
Thank you, folks. And Rowan, I think that the kids are worried about him.
The older kids. Rowan has the older kids, and I think they probably vibe with him because like they're closer to maturity level. So I think like Rowan is just like, hey guys, keep quiet, and the kids don't really need him all that much.
Juniper has the bad fortune of being saddled with some of the youngest kids, meaning some of the most chaotic.
Rowan has like the 17-year-olds, and so he's like, hey guys, just be quiet, all right? And as soon as they're like settled down, like he doesn't care, he just lets them talk, and they're just like, hey Rowan.
As for Soren and Fennel, I think Fennel is relatively beloved, and Soren. After last episode, I think that people are genuinely afraid of him.
Yeah. I think that's everyone.
That's all the patron questions?
No. That's every counselor.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Next drawing is, you want to do Sarah's? What was it?
The next drawing is Jedediah on Jedediah action.
Okay, we'll do Jedi on Jedi action. Next question is, let me go to it. Yeah, right, okay. Gravedigger Simp / Ace asks, did other characters have warrior cat phases too, or was it just Sydney? Who was the one? Marisol. Who was the one to try to convince the others that the bridge could fall in the canyons in Animal Jam? Gotta know all the lore. I mean, Sydney was a big Animal Jam kid.
Jedediah is definitely a type of person who loves impossible projects, though. So I think that if he played Animal Jam, he definitely would have gotten in on the making the bridge collapse.
I was going to say this earlier. I think Sydney and Jedediah played Wizard 101 together.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And was Sydney a death wizard?
Sydney was a death wizard. Jedediah was a
storm wizard. No, balance is better. Balance is better.
Jedediah
was a balance wizard.
I was also, Sydney could also be a storm wizard, honestly. Death or
so
storm.
True.
But Jedediah had a membership and Sydney didn't, and Sydney couldn't get past level 9 because at that point the game locks you out.
I think it's level 12 now.
No, now? Okay. Because I remember very clearly the pain. I had like 3 wizards that I all played all the way through because I loved this game and I couldn't progress in it.
That is so sad.
Yeah. But they would like get on like computer chat and be like, go on Wizard 101 and meet me at the waterfall. And then they go do adventures together.
Go meet it behind the waterfall.
Yeah.
They thought they were the only people in the world who knew about the secret waterfall. I think that Yvonne was into warriors, and I don't think that she'd ever tell anyone though, except Joshua. I think no one except Joshua knows that Yvonne is into warriors, and I think that Joshua secretly read warriors as an adult to bond with Yvonne.
But he overtly he says that's pretty cringe, Yvonne. But then he's like, oh, but by the way, Firestar is cool. Yeah,
I most of Warriors is cool, but Scourge though, or most of Warriors is lame.
I love the Tibby beat me to, Tibby the artist beat me to drawing. Is that your fucking persona? That's cringe. You're cringe between Sydney and Joshua.
Yeah, that's very canonical.
But that also would probably be Yvonne and Joshua as well.
Yes, except both of them are the ones saying, is that your fucking persona? That's cringe. And then they say you're cringe to each other. And they both cry.
I love them. Okay, Ace also asks, obligatory, hey M&B, what do you think about our new and cursed polycule question? And the polycule is Jameetly, the ship between Elephant Man, Sydney, Jedediah, and Adam. Which sounds like a nightmare.
I just want to say...
Turn that lamp on.
I just want to say, we've actually considered that before.
No, not with Elijah. Just Adam, Sydney, and Jedediah.
No, well, okay, I've considered that before. Because those are the sort of 3 people that Sydney has, shall we say, romantic chemistry with. Mm-hmm. And, I don't want to speak on Adam too much because I want to save it for season 2. Uh-huh. But
it would be so toxic. They would all be miserable constantly.
Yeah, except Adam, who would be miserable but like loving it. He's a masochistic freak.
Yeah, Adam's masochistic and sadistic. What the hell? Love wins, love loses.
Yeah, hatred wins.
I'm gonna draw them cuddling in a bed.
Sick.
So what else is your opinion? Oh yeah, one of the questions that someone asked that was added on to that was, why do people always make giant polykill ships of your characters? Which honestly, I think it's just because it's silly.
I think it's a sign of the times.
Yeah.
It's polyamory is much more mainstream than it used to be, and we're a very cutting edge podcast with a cutting edge fandom.
But also, I think it's probably just because they sound silly.
Yeah, they're funny relationships. Let's just shove a bunch of fucking characters together and have them all fuck and see how toxic it gets. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Truman says, are we ever going to learn more about the person writing the descriptions? Also, what are their pronouns? I love them so much. Can we say, okay, yeah, the agent... Do
you want to say the agent number? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it's going to get mentioned in one of these episode descriptions. He's Agent 7. You can go ahead and put that in the wiki. Agent 7, he uses he, him pronouns.
He's a lame little man because we only write one type of guy.
He's going to get introduced properly in season 3, but he'll be writing the descriptions for you
for the whole...
all the way up until then. Yeah.
They're wearing collared shirts in bed.
God, I hate them. What would happen if you chucked Elijah into a mosh pit?
Oh, by the way, I also want to clear this up because I saw someone asking.
Amory said.
Yeah, I want to clear this up because I saw someone asking, does Soren use its, it pronouns? Because I saw people saying that based on the descriptions. If you go back, every character gets used it pronouns by this character who's making the descriptions, and that's intentional, and he's slowly slipping.
Sometimes he slips up and uses like gendered pronouns for the characters, thereby acknowledging that they're people. Because, you know, how do you study someone for weeks and weeks and not get a little bit attached to them?
Yeah, so it's not that they use it pronouns.
It's just that Agent 7 is trying his best to dehumanize them.
So that they aren't biased in their investigation.
Right, but Soren does use he, him pronouns.
Yeah, I don't think any of the characters use it canonically, actually.
So Amory says, what would happen if you chucked Elijah into a mosh pit? It would be
the end of the world.
It would be the greatest loss of life. So here's a funny story from history. When Tsar Nicholas, the last Tsar of Russia, was ascended to the throne, he held this event, this big coronation event, and he wanted to be seen as a good, benevolent king. And so he offered bread and wine to all the peasants in all of Russia. And he set out a buffet for all the peasants in all of Russia.
I remember this story.
And the peasants in Russia, you might be aware, were not well fed at the time. Hence, they revolted about 10 years later and killed the Tsar's entire family. But the loss of life that resulted from the stampede of people trying to get the bread was like the biggest like crowd caused death in all of history. And if you threw Elijah into a mosh pit, he would top that.
Oh, also, someone asked what are the canonical ages of Yvonne and Marisol. I forgot to consider that I did not want to ship anything with a creepy age gap. So the biggest,
I think I don't quite remember. I think Marisol is 27 to 28.
No, she's not.
Is she 25?
Yeah, she's like 25.
Right, Marisol's 25. I think Yvonne is like 20.
22.
No. She's Sydney and Jedediah's age. She's either 23 or 24.
Joshua's the youngest. Either Yvonne or Joshua's the youngest.
Joshua's 23 and Yvonne's 24.
Okay.
Is what I think is true.
I'm going to check my notes. Hey guys, we're going to check the canon. Can't peer in their special notes.
Okay. In the meantime, vote on our evil drawings of Jedediah's in love.
The oldest are Warren and Gracie. And the second oldest, I believe, are Soren and Fennel. And then I think after that, you have Rowan and Juniper, who are like almost 30.
Yeah, they're both 29.
27. They're both 27.
I thought Rowan was 28 and Juniper was 29.
No.
So what y'all can take from this is that there is no answer. But we have general ideas for their ages.
No,
Marisol and Yvonne.
Down. Give me a minute.
Okay. Well, anyway, Marisol and Yvonne are not too far apart in age to date.
No, actually, it's like a canonical thing that we have thought about before that
Marisol Salem and Yvonne Polycule has crossed our minds.
No, they're not like a polycule in the traditional sense where Yvonne is dating them. them, but she does kind of like join in now and then. They're all three of them are besties. That's sort of how it goes. Okay, I have the official document open. Yeah, okay. Marisol's 23, Salem's 25, Yvonne's 24, Joshua's 24. Okay. Rowan's 27, Juniper's 29. Juno and Mila are both 26. Warren is 45. Gracie is 50. Soren's 22. Okay, Soren's the youngest.
Soren's only 22. King.
Yeah, King. Fennel is 25. And then Marie Ann is 29. And
although we don't really know about that because no one is quite sure if she's still aging.
Yeah, no. We're
she might have died a while ago. Everyone says you win again. Everyone love you. God, I'm just so good at little funny drawings. All right, next up.
Let me get the next request. All right.
Next up is the Gamer Hour.
All right, Sarah, this one's for you.
Oh my God! So much cash. I feel like I have to put so much effort into this one. Yeah, Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Da Vinci.
What's the next question? I want to read it. I want to read.
Oh, okay.
How could you push the button? You know I love to push the button.
No, I love to push that
button. Related to the mosh pit question, what would happen to Elijah if Yvonne found him in said mosh pit? What would happen to Elijah? I think you should be worried about what would happen to Yvonne.
Elijah would be... Well, actually, okay, I think they would tear Elijah's limbs off.
I don't think Yvonne would be capable of that.
No.
Oh, the mosh pit collectively?
Yeah.
Sure, he'd inspire a certain fervor to kill him. Because he's so annoying. If Elijah went to a metal concert, he would walk around loudly being like, not to my taste.
Like Hannibal?
Yeah. He'd just walk around going like, He'd gesture to the performers like, could you turn that down a little? It's just kind of ugly sounding.
Mosh, like fucking Hannibal. The thing is, mosh pits are already full of killing energy.
So, yeah. God, okay,
draw the Gamer Hour. Okay, Ace says, very important question. Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay, it's Ace. Ace said, very important question. 2011 hit song Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. Is it Party Rock is or Party Rockers?
It's Party Rock is.
Party Rock is.
Yeah, it's Party Rock is.
You used to be obsessed with that song.
When I was like 11, I had like a Lion Blaze. I had like a Lion Blaze Party Rock Anthem AMV.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. I wanted to make a Lion Blaze Party Rock Anthem AMV.
I'm gonna cry. Party rockers in the house tonight. Okay.
Everybody just have a
Blue
good
Galaxy
time.
asks, does the ghost that haunts Sydney's recorder have a name? I don't know if this was actually made clear. There's no ghost in Sydney's recorder.
But
Sydney pretends there is.
Yeah, it makes him feel better about talking to no one.
He named it Bartholomew.
Bartholomew the Terrible.
Bartholomew the Terrible.
You can come sit with me.
What's the name of that kid?
Fuck. It was a
Ernest
noun name. It was a noun name, I thought.
Does anyone in chat know? Please, this is so urgent.
You know the Bartholomew the Terrible video where that guy is so fucking nice to that kid who's Dragon. Like role playing being like a outcast loner.
Dragon. Wait.
Fuck.
What is the name? What is the name? Chat. You know it. I know you know it.
Someone has to know it. Y'all recognize me singing Dust and Ashes from Great Comet.
In 19th century Russia,
we write letters, we write letters, we put down in writing what is happening in our lives. Natalie, I must love you or die.
I swear to God, it sounds so much like a different song that I'm trying to... It sounds so much similar to this one song about Peter Pan. But Wendy, Peter said, this ship is not where you belong.
Maybe Lucas Steele sang that one too.
Wendy cried, this ship is mine, and Peter Pan is wrong.
Oh, you might have showed me that on like a
Like,
Dragon My Friend playlist.
No, I showed you it from a Warriors map.
Okay.
Like, you all use my cunning and survive to see the dawn. And when this something ship in hand.
Sarah, I'm going to deliver you the best work of art I possibly can with the tools at my disposal, but it's looking bad. Things aren't looking up.
I'll set a course for home. She winked at Peter then and hoped he would see her game, but Peter flied.
What the fuck were we talking about?
The dragon fight.
Yeah, before that, what was the question we were answering? We have a duty to our patrons.
Does the ghost that haunts Sydney Recorder have a name?
Oh yeah, Bartholomew the
Terrible. So yeah, no one knows the name it looks like. Well, I guess we're all failures in this ship together.
It was like something like lentil.
It was like Ernest or something.
No.
Okay.
Whatever.
Truman says, here we go, beloved. My friends want me to abuse my patron power and ask if we can get Beloved to read this in a Jedediah voice.
Okay.
Handing the phone to him tenderly.
I fucking hate high school. Sydney. The older kids at school make me do the Fortnite dance and shout, "Go, white boy, go."
We gotta get Ty to read that.
Yeah, he'd do such a good job.
I fucking hate... What is it?
Stop!
I fucking hate Camp Here and There.
The Cabin Dung Beetle kids.
Yvonne, the Cabin Dung Beetle kids make me do the Fortnite dance and shout, "Go, white boy, go." No offense to Ty.
Your Joshua voice is a little too gay. It's a little gayer than his voice is.
No,
not that Joshua's not gay.
Not that Ty is not a brilliant actor with a great voice. I just mean Joshua specifically sounds very annoying and nasally. And he did it on purpose. Ace asks, was Adam originally evil, going into being a couples counselor with the intention of making people's lives a living hell, or did he become worse over time? Adam was evil before.
Now that's a really interesting question. Adam was born evil.
Adam was born evil. Adam, okay, we said this before. Adam's legit a demon, like a real, genuine, actual demon.
Adam is a demon who is designed to fuck people over.
Taking on couples counseling is like his new venture.
Taking on couples counseling is like a fun new way to be evil for him.
It's a new opportunity. I'm so excited about Adam. God, I really hope we can get a good voice for him. Emil asks, are we ever going to get more about Fennel, perhaps in later seasons? I think they're neat. Also, do they have a canon appearance?
We are planning a Fennel arc in season 2.
Yes. So this also ties into another question people asked. A patron asked, is, are we going to get Soren again? Soren, everything in season 1 has been set up for how Soren's going to be an antagonist in season 2. And so Fennel and Soren, you can sort of imagine as Fennel is Soren's friend, and pretty close one, I think, at that. There's going to be a lot of things to develop over time with that. There's mediation sessions and such. So you all can get hype about that. Amory asks, how would Jedediah and Elijah react if Sydney started fake dating Joshua despite the two of them? Which just sounds terrible.
Okay.
Like, I would never... Like, that's so toxic.
It's toxic, which is you know, what makes fiction run.
Yeah,
is toxic
that's true.
behavior. Jedediah would be quietly miserable, I think. I think that his hatred for Joshua would definitely evolve into even more open hostility than ever before, and he would probably distance himself further from Sydney.
I want you to know that
and it would only make things worse.
Go, white boy, go. Everyone shouted it in the chat.
Awesome.
But yeah, I don't think it would have... I think it would have the opposite effect of making Jedediah cling to Sydney. I think it would
make Jedediah give up completely.
Yeah.
Elijah, though, Well, if Elijah's
Elijah
plan
would-
works, then it does not fucking matter who Sydney is dating.
Yeah.
Sydney will be Elijah's forever.
Uh-huh.
So Elijah, in his current state in the story, would probably be unconcerned. But depending on the context,
Well, I think Elijah would be concerned in the fact that he would try and manipulate.
he would definitely
Sydney
try and
away
manipulate
from
Sydney into being like,
Joshua.
doesn't that guy kind of suck?
Yeah, doesn't he? It doesn't
My muse,
Doesn't
don't you
he-
deserve better?
invade your boundaries? Don't you want someone who doesn't do that? Like me?
Don't you want someone who loves you in a healthy way?
Yeah.
I just want to say something real quick about Elijah, because I saw there was some discourse over whether it's okay to like be an Elijah simp or an Elijah fan, and I just want to give my seal of approval to that. Yeah, he's an asshole, but he's a villain. He's supposed to be bad, and you're supposed to be able to like villains.
Well, the thing is, it's very much that kids are well-intentioned. And every few years, this kind of discourse comes up because kids are still sort of, how do you say, developing their ideas of morality and how to do so with fiction. Because there is true that you need to be very responsible with how you interact with
We
fiction.
strongly believe that there are hard lines in what is okay to portray and idealize in fiction, but there's
The thing about fiction...
I don't think there's anything wrong with exploring Elijah's
Well, the thing
character
about
in
fiction
a positive way.
is that it's inherently set up so that you can explore things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to in real life. So there's a lot of appeal to that sort of darker side of humanity, and that's sort of art in general, is that you can make very grotesque, very disturbing art that explores and understands and sits in the space of humanity that you generally can't. Like, for instance, the song Front Street.
You should draw Yvonne.
I will draw Yvonne. I'll draw the kids. Collab.
Oh my god, yes, draw the kids. Yes,
So-
this is our beautiful collaborative project for Sarah, who sent us so much money.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry. So the song Front Street by Mr. Wood himself. Who gave his kid had devil horns?
Oh wow.
It's Natsume.
No!
He's wearing a headband.
Okay, that's okay. That's cute. Natsume evil moments.
Natsume would wear a headband with devil horns. Are you kidding me?
He would. No, he absolutely would. That's absolutely his style.
He's a little creepy.
And Adam apologists are okay too, even though I personally think Adam is not much, but I think Adam is worse than Elijah.
Yeah, well, what I was saying is the song
but
Front
it's all fine.
Street. It's like that song is about like frat boys who are like just the like scum and depravity of humanity, and it's about Front Street. But I really like that song, even though in actuality the types of people that is, I would want to avoid at all costs and not exist. But the song gives you this opportunity to, in a safe place, explore this type of like, and it doesn't glorify it, is the thing, is that it's very open that this is depravity, this is nastiness, this is scummy, this is terrible, and it lets you explore that terribleness. And so when I say like fiction lets you explore the deeper, darker aspects of humanity in a way that's responsible, like it doesn't glorify this, it doesn't say that this is okay to be happening, but it lets you understand it in a way, I guess. And that's what I feel like fiction offers people, especially with villains. And that's why villains are so popular. It's alluring.
Yeah, and also because they're so often queer coded. That's also why villains are so popular.
Oh god, yeah, but that's homophobia.
Yeah. Anyway, although I do also, just for the sake of clarity, want to say that there is a line. It's not black and white. It's not automatically okay to do absolutely whatever you want in a fictional context.
Because art is power and power responsibility.
So yeah, I mean, be thoughtful about how you explore ideas that are real and serious.
You don't want to accidentally fuck over someone who's been through hard things by glorifying it.
Yes.
But understanding and witnessing things like abuse or manipulation and like looking at it and like taking it in and really understanding it in the space it exists in, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This is this one kid's Camp Sona who I see around, who's got like these little teeth and like
cute.
Their hands are covered.
Y'all's camp sodas are so delightful and adorable.
Cute.
Let's see. What's the next?
This one has a Game
question.
I'm put Salem here too.
Thembo says, hey, sorry in advance for this, but since this takes place in 2021, when Sydney said the fungus Among Us, did anyone in camp have a reaction? Did Sydney play Among Us over quarantine? These are important questions.
You warned me about that question.
Yeah.
About that phrase. You were kids are gonna...
I said the fans are gonna be like, Among Us! Because I was also like, Among Us! When I saw that Mayfield had written that.
That phrase was from before Among Us was popular. Like that's...
We did write that before Among Us was popular. But here's the thing. Quarantine, shall we say, did not happen in the Camp Here and There universe.
So I guess Among Us is not as popular.
I'm gonna go ahead and make the executive decision that Among Us does not exist in Camp Here and There universe. That's a joke. Among Us. Well, actually, wait. I need to look something up real quick.
I like the idea that Joshua.
I need to look something up real quick.
Among Us came out before quarantine.
Wait.
It just got really popular over quarantine.
Okay. Yeah. Among Us does exist in the Camp Here and There universe.
My friend's been playing it for years. It's like it boomed, Mikey. It's been boomed like after. But
I don't know if it got so big. No, you know what? Let's have some fucking fun. Yeah, exactly. All the kids were like, "Yes, Among Us!"
Sorry, guys, not to be the fun police. The kids totally were like, Among Us!
I got caught up in my world lore. But, yeah, canonically. And Joshua and Yvonne.
You know that post that's like, I'm talking to a group of teenagers as an astronaut, and he's like, hey, guys, seems like there's like a rogue astronaut in our midst who is hiding in the air conditioning chambers. And it's like he's trying to get them not laugh at him. If you see this sneaky individual, ooh, nice save, please report a community concern. It's like so funny.
That's a good Jedediah. Post. Oh my god, yes.
So
I'm sorry, just Sarah, this is your gift.
Sarah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so we now have questions that were not by patrons, but were endorsed by patrons.
We're done with patron questions?
No. Okay, well, these ones were endorsed by patrons, as in patrons added reactions. What is that? Oh, okay. As in patrons added reactions to be like, yes, answer this, please. So we have Yves, I think is how you pronounce it. Yves?
Eve.
Eve.
It's just pronounced Eve.
Oh,
it's
okay.
French.
Okay, Eve, endorsed by Ace, says, actual question, who was the most challenging character to write so far, either in terms of frustration with said character or how they function in the story? How do you overcome the challenge? Sydney.
Jedediah.
No, Sydney was so challenging in that we actually... Oh, wait, what's the next drawing request? Hold on.
Yeah, we got to look at patron drawing requests unless someone sends another super chat.
Yeah, Sydney with the Warrior Cats or Worms t-shirt. We'll do Sydney with the Warrior Cats t-shirt.
Okay.
So Sydney, actually, we had to change midway through writing this whole series. Like, even Sydney's dialogue that you're seeing now in these newest episodes is actually brand new. Because Sydney had such a difficult thing with writing someone... Okay, so the thing is, Sydney's actions in conflict were not believable when... in his original format, because it was like he was so immature that it didn't make any sense, and it was
the hard
actually
thing
something
about
that was annoying me constantly to think about.
It's really hard to like drive character conflict while having both characters seem reasonable and mature.
Sarah also said that they love the gamer hour.
Yay.
So the thing is, Sydney his little mouth. So the thing is, Sydney, having to write Sydney, it was like, we have to find a way to wrap up this disabled character without making him look like a petulant child. And so that's where you got the whole thing about his autonomy. And in the newer episode with when Jetty was talking to him, you have something that actually is pretty reasonable for Sydney to reply with how much Jetty's been mistreating him. And that didn't used to be the case. It used to be much more immature. And I found that trying to write Sydney as both someone without autonomy and someone who struggles with it,
but also someone who is like self-destructive and immature and unsympathetic in that regard,
who needs to improve as far as their consequences that they have from
the
their
messages
actions.
got muddled.
It's really hard to write both of those at the same time. This is more realistic to Sydney's body type, by the way. He's a little bit chubby. But I would say he has longer limbs.
That's true. I should give him long limbs. What am I doing? Jedediah was hard to write because the problem with how we set it up is Jedediah, you know, he's distant from Sydney, so he's got to be distant from the audience, and a lot of his conflict turns around the fact that we don't understand his motivations. Now, it's incredibly difficult to make a character sympathetic when they're doing bad things and we can't understand why. And for that reason, it was really hard to like, it's been really hard to write him as, I don't know, not coming off like a total dick, which, I mean, he is a dick. But
he is though.
He is a total dick, but he's got better reasons than nothing for acting that way, but it's like impossible for us to show you them right now.
Difficult thing,
and it's also difficult to make a conflict turn around shit that the audience doesn't know, because how can that be compelling?
Also, Emerald also gave us 50 and said that we have to draw some camp sonas. So hey, audience, drop your links to your camp sonas like in the Discord or in the at us in the Discord, and drop your camp sona reference and we'll draw it based on Emerald's request. But what I was saying is it's also hard when you're trying to construct a narrative. The thing is, so a good example is The Good Place. I won't spoil The Good Place, but if you've seen The Good Place, you know the big answer at the end of season 1. The thing is, that does make it so that it's Jay Feather. That does make it so that it's less rewatchable, because all the conflict is kind of around this secret and dependent on this secret. So what we want to avoid with Jedediah is not having this like secret be the driving conflict. We need more emotional conflict, and having the secret just be an aspect of it. And that's been like a drum that I rallied really hard, and I hope it worked while we were writing, because I want it to be able to be re-listened to, even if you know the secret, and have it still be compelling and entertaining.
There is my Sydney.
That's so cute. I'll try and draw Sydney as well. We also have more super chats of drawing requests.
My camp Sona, I just randomly thought she hated the British one day. Guess which cabin I put her in? That is so delightful.
That's really funny.
Hannah sent us $5 just to apologize for spelling Jedediah's name wrong. Thank you.
Hannah, he forgives you. Get another question.
Okay.
Thank you guys for letting us ramble about writing for hours.
Silly question, and I'm sorry if it's been asked before. Jedediah and presumably Elijah seem to have had Christian upbringings. What would their favorite VeggieTales songs be, if you're familiar with VeggieTales?
I only know like one VeggieTales song, and it's There once was a man, a very wealthy man, or a very poor man. He had next to nothing, just a little lamb, but he loved it very much, and he fed it from his hand.
Yeah, so that's Elijah's favorite.
It was this really funny story about like this king who wanted a rubber duck, who had a truck of rubber ducks, and he wanted this other kid's rubber duck. I think it was based off like this guy who had a whole farm, and he wanted like the lamb of a poor peasant or something to help, and he got cursed by the Lord for it, something like that. I don't know a lot of stuff, really. What?
Nothing.
What are Jedediah's favorite song?
Oh, Jedediah's favorite song is Pizza Angel. Obviously.
What is that one?
Pizza Angel, please come to me. Tomato sauce and cheese so gooey. Pizza angel, I'm on my knees. Don't forget to add pepperoni.
Sydney's got curves.
So true. Ziggy says, can you both say something drastically out of character in your character voices?
Oh yeah, this one was also endorsed by a few patrons.
Okay. Let me think. Sydney, I've been thinking a lot about my role in the world, and I've decided that I'm going to tell you every single detail of my entire life story.
Jedediah, I don't love you.
Ouch. I have never played Morrowind.
I hate wolves.
I love killing, and I'm so happy that my mom makes me do it.
That's Cardinal Sun. That's Jedediah's warrior Sona.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is him actually.
Okay, I'm gonna make it Shadow Clan.
Ziggy also says, when will the lyric versions of all the instrumentals be released, and will they be exclusively outside of the podcast or included in it?
Okay, so really,
that's up to
I wanna
Will.
answer this. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, we don't know this, and it's Will's IP, and it's whenever he decides that he is ready to release it, which I know there's an estimation, but I don't want to answer for him when I don't actually have control over that.
Yeah.
I promise if I had control over it, I would want to release them like this week, like immediately, but I don't. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But as far as the lyrics being in the podcast, I feel like they're a little too like messy.
Yeah, so we had an argument over this because I really wanted to include the lyrical songs in the podcast, but Mayfield was like, I don't know, not down on that. I won't try to explain your argument for you.
It's that, okay, so one, it's all Will's voice, and if Will's voice is representing the character who he doesn't play, I think it creates a weird contrast. Also, if we make it a background music specifically, that's too much noise. And then beyond that, however, as far as interacting with canon content with the songs, we are going to make maps to the songs with the lyrics, which would technically be official content if we hosted it. If you guys are down with that and you want to do that with us, because I love maps and I will host Camp Here and There ones. All right, there's Sydney.
Okay, vote in the chat.
Did we get more? Oh.
Doesn't look like it.
So we have a little bit of time. Okay, we're wrapping up here soon. So if anyone wants any more drawing requests, go ahead and... yeah, we're going to do official maps if you guys are down with that. If anyone has any more drawing requests, go ahead and spam them. Otherwise, we wanted to draw people's camp sonas on Emerald's request, so we got added. We're looking for people's camp sonas.
Love your Tonys. Wait, who drew that? Who drew that?
That's Thembo.
Thembo. Thank you.
Thembo,
Thank you for your Tonys.
Fantastic.
These are much better than my designs.
Okay, we're looking for camp sonas. Can you guys drop them
In the stream thread.
Yeah, in the stream thread. Okay, here's one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, we'll draw that one. I'm also gonna draw this. I don't know who this belongs to. Can you add a new? How do you add a new layer? There we go. But I know there's the I know a few off the top of my head. I know there's the weird like animal one that looks like this, and he's got a hoodie. And this looks great. He's got a hoodie. And I know there's the one with the eyes covered with the little mouth that has fangs. Peak character design, like honestly, is the best. I know Tropia had one with the clown nose or something. There's Tropia.
Okay, I'm gonna check the Discord.
Here, I'll pull it up on my phone.
Repost if Jesus ballin'. Repost.
Okay, there's a few. There's emeralds.
Oh, right.
Yeah, draw emeralds.
Legend.
And let's see who won on the Sydney one. Let's see. Oh, they say I win.
I
Yay.
thought so. Nope.
Oh, it's Noodle. Noodle is the animal one. Thank you guys for recognizing this. I just see them around. Are anthropomorphic names an animal? Okay, I'll just do questions from people in chat. Are anthropomorphic animals a thing in the Campaign universe?
I mean, the penguins are pretty anthropomorphic. They're running a protection racket.
Is the deer with no face anthropomorphic? I do think it's really funny, this idea of this fucked up deer in all fours just standing up and giving a presentation.
No, it's just a deer. It's.
But I always imagine, like, you remember that one Adventure Time episode where the deer like captures people and licks them and puts them in sap?
No. I only watched like up to like season 3 of Adventure Time.
It's very much how I imagine the deer with no face, because it's about like this ominous fucking super evil deer who like captures all the candy people and puts them in like a dungeon covered in like sap that is like made from his spit.
Wow.
Yeah, and like he gets up and like takes his hooves off so he has hands.
Well, I've seen that GIF, obviously. That's everywhere.
It's GIF.
Hey, y'all. Do you think it's GIF or GIF?
It's GIF. I was thinking about this last night, actually.
GIF.
I was thinking about, is it GIF or GIF?
I just prefer the sound of J over the sound of G.
I like the sound G better. Oh, yeah. Really? Who's Kiki and who's Boba? Obviously, Jedediah is Boba and Sydney's Kiki.
No.
What?
Sydney is Boba.
Jedediah is not Kiki.
It's a really good gibberish conversation we're having here. I don't think Jedediah is Boba at all. I think he's much more Kiki.
Oh my god. Betrayal.
We just look at their designs. Jedediah is all sharp lines. And
so
Sydney's
is
all curves.
Sydney. Sydney's also sharp lines. Sydney's got those like sharp eyes and those sharp hair.
He's got like curly, whimsy hair.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like sharp lines.
So Ziggy asks, I'm just doing non-patrons. Other than, oh wait, let's find a different Camp Sona to draw.
Since they're non-patrons, let's only ask the questions we find really interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Other than Adam and the Elephant Man, are there going to be any other villains, antagonists in the series? Also, I'm using villain in traditional sense. I wouldn't really consider people like Sydney's mom or Lucille to be in this category. Why wouldn't you? Genuine question.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I mean, in terms of, yes, there will be more antagonists.
Every season has an antagonist.
Every season will have a main antagonist, and also Soren and Lucille play antagonistic roles in this season and others. Mm-hmm. Soren is not always an antagonist. He will have. I mean, Soren is not a villain, but he does.
Rowan kind of becomes an antagonist to the story, not to the characters, but Rowan becomes a story conflict at some point.
Rowan becomes an antagonist to Sydney personally.
No. Oh, that's true, but that's later on. I mean, like when Rowan has his arc.
Rowan has problems that inconvenience people.
Problems.
Rowan has problems that inconvenience people.
Who doesn't though?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, this one's fun. Keish says, I doubt you'll get to answer this. Au contraire. But would you consider doing Way's navigation voices of the characters? I want Sydney to yell at me for making me wrong turn. Turn left. Turn left. Turn left, you fucking idiot. Turn left. Go left. Jesus Christ.
I think that it's a right here. Wait. Okay. Can you give me a second? No, I'm sorry. Did you already take the right? Oh, fuck. You already took the right. Well, it was a left. So at this point, I think you're going to have to do a U-turn. Yes, it is illegal. No, it's fine. It's fine.
By the way, at chat, who's saying not Rowan. Don't worry, we don't mess up my boy. He's just also needs conflict because he's a main character. He has an arc.
He'll be okay.
He's sympathetic, and he's
always
sympathetic.
Yeah, just because someone has conflict with Sydney doesn't mean that they're not sympathetic. I mean, for example, Salem.
Yeah, Salem is honestly completely correct in a lot of her actions, and the narrative doesn't shy away from that.
I only saw this Camp Sona that I'm drawing like once, so I don't know if I'm doing.
It's like kind of an.
Oh, you got bangs like that? Give me a better look. Okay.
It's looking kind of like Orla Clearwater. Oh, there's Noodle. This is the one I was thinking of when I drew that one.
How cute.
It's a really cute one.
I love the
love
stripes.
Not sure if Noodle is like an anthro, more of a creature in clothes. I'll redraw Noodle when I'm done with this, or when Beloved's done here. All right, next question. I like having them mostly ambiguous for character design reasons, but do any of the non-described characters have any unique visual element to them? Scars, vitiligo, heterochromia, unique fashion, etc.?
Elijah's got a lot of little scars from running into rose bushes.
Why does he do that?
On accident.
On accident?
He just always in the forest. He's gonna run into some rose bushes, get his face caught on a branch.
Ziggy asks, were the Tonys intended as a couple? Are they welcome to be interpreted that way? Okay,
they are a couple.
Wait, yeah, they are a couple. But I want to say this wording of here. Draw. Oh yeah, I'll finish off Noodle. I want to say this wording of are they welcome to be interpreted that way? You are welcome to interpret anything any way you want. We don't control you.
We will not condone.
Like pedophilia.
Yeah, like pedophilia and incest, we don't condone that.
You're not like welcome to talk to us.
Yeah, we will do everything that we can to keep you away from other people in our fandom and from us. But we can't control you. And if you want to ship any of our characters, yeah, that's fucking fine. I mean, again, within certain boundaries.
Yeah, please don't.
But
be responsible. Don't
But yeah, just saying, yeah, these guys,
like
I want them to be gay. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
They're gay.
Well, so the Tonys were really funny. Can we tell the stories how the Tonys came about?
Yes.
It's a funny story. Beloved left his cookies in my dorm, and I didn't have a lot of food. And their cookies he really liked. They were tag-alongs. And I asked if I could eat one, and I ate two instead. And he only had 4 left. Because I was, very hungry. And as I was, driving to his place to stay the night, we had like a text message that went on a little too long. That was like, we were both a little bit contentious about me eating your cookies because you were upset over it, justifiably.
I wasn't upset that he ate my cookies. I was upset that he didn't ask. It was like the principle of the thing. Like, because if he'd asked, I would have said yes.
Yeah, but
although in retrospect, it was really silly thing
really
to be
silly.
So angry about.
So yeah, and I was just I was kind of like hesitant towards the tone and was kind of like and so we had to sort of talk it out. But because I didn't really understand why it was a big deal, but understandably it was a big deal. But so when this was before he was working on Camp Here and There, and when I got to his place, he was like, "You should make Sydney and Jedediah do Gottman's repair list, all funny in a way." And instead of having it be Sydney and Jedediah, we started doing it in a Italian accent because it was like, what if there were mobsters that do Gottman's
we
repair
love the
list?
idea of like career killers, but to have like such a like tight, healthy, like comedically healthy relationship, like they've been through therapy to make sure that their relationship is like as healthy as can be, and they know all the techniques. The concept of a couple like that was really funny.
So we started doing like, Tony, it makes me uncomfortable when you talk to me that way, Tony. You know I don't like that tone, Tony.
Hey, Tony, can I please have a hug now
Tony,
that
can I
we've
have
talked
a
things out?
Tony, can you make me feel safe? Here's this
Tony,
one.
I want to make you feel good. Tony, talk to me, Tony. I'm here for you.
Tony, let's take a break back, okay? I think
Let's take a step back.
Let's take a step back, Tony. And so,
I see you starting to get a little worked up. Last thing I want is for you to feel bad while you're trying to talk to me about your feelings.
Tony's, I don't feel receptive when you use that tone with me, Tony. Can we have a backup here?
Can we use I words instead of you phrases?
Exactly. So that's the basis for the Tonys. This is this one, and it's not come to fruition yet totally, because we have a few more seasons of them to develop, because mainly they're comedic relief characters, and that's not, they come in when they need to, when the services the narrative, but we're gonna have their little like love affair kind of thing eventually, and then how they are kind of violent and terrible, but they're very good at talking to each other. I hope you all had a good time. Love wins with the Tonys, sincerely. We'll go ahead and post the drawings in the Discord, in the art channel after this is ended. Already forgot. Awesome. That's the type of attitude we want. So thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. How big was the turnout here at the end? 88. That's incredible.
We were pushing 100 at one point.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
That's incredible. Thank you all. That's our biggest stream yet. So can't wait to do this again. Y'all have a good day now.